Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Inside Williams-Brice Stadium for South Carolina, the Sandstorm team entrance is electric. The fans make this one of the most special venues in sports. Loud, proud, and rocking. That iconic entrance is one you've got to appreciate. Guys?
Okay, Holly. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. They'll go with a direct snap. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Third and long right here. Sellers from the gun on third down. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's fourth down. Will they bring out the punt team?
And that's a frustrating drive. Not the drive they were trying to put together. 3 plays, couldn't find a way to break somebody loose. Catching the football, getting tackled. Offense still trying to get in a rhythm, trying to make something happen on their side of the field.
Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Now here's Reed. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 4. the Aggies right after the huge play through the air back to the line. There's some daylight. Turning it on at the 20. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And that's a nice run by the running back. And I tell you what, man, these rivalry games, a lot of times they're decided by who can run the football, who can exert their will, be more physical, because there's so much emotion that goes into it. And going back to last year, like this game was so close, so tight. So what's going to be the difference? A lot of times, man, it's the physicality and the running.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They want to run this quarterback. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
And how about the philosophy of this team? Aggressive, aggressive, and more aggressive. You got the lead. You're winning, right? And you don't have to kick an onside. But I'm kicking an onside. And they get it. Nice aggressive mindset, and it's rewarded.
Here's Reed to throw. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick give. It's Owens. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, Dave?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Throws for the tight end. Caught. First catch of the season and his career for this freshman tight end.
Such a nice job in pass protection. You got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fellow a little while to get to that area of the field, so you've got to build a nice pocket.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Cuts it upfield. It's McAllister. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Motion from the back. Sellers. Oh, pressure's coming. And down he goes.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Makes a catch. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a 4th down.
Really nice individual effort that time by the wide receiver. He was trying to get the first down. There was no way he was going out of bounds there on 3rd, fighting for every inch he could get. Didn't quite get there, and now you've got a big decision if you're the head coach. You're going to stay on the field and try to go for this thing.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Making the adjustment. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. Not gonna make it, and the 4th down gamble backfires.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum, to swing back to the other side of the football field.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Reed. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Texas A&M going up tempo.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle. Back on the line. Make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
Dropping back, it's Reed. Under pressure. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they need.
Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They tried to fool him with the run on 3rd down, and they're looking at 4th and plenty of work to do.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. Going to let it fly. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Here's Sellers to throw. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Long way to go on second down. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Rush right in his face. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Ton of ground to cover here on third and long. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. From the gun on third down, Sellers. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The Gamecocks will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line. Texas A&M going quickly.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. This is a design run. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play. The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. Moving past the 25. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. And the Aggies will line it up on 1st and 10.
You talk about setting a tone. Going for that in your own territory early in the game? Oof.
Well, let's decide, gutsy or crazy?
Both?
Just got rid of that one.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
Second and long here. Play fake, Marcel Reed. Unloads to the wideout. Right side, it's Craver. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right?
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, and he could have stopped the drive right there with the pick, but he couldn't hold it.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay.
Grabs it inside the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Reed to the air again. Looking to the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking for space. It's Howell. At the 35, he's got room. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We start with a look at LSU taking on the number 4 team, the Oklahoma Sooners. And it's LSU locked up in a tight one in this matchup of top 10 teams. We haven't even hit the half here today, and it's already shaping up to be an instant classic. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Throwing Reed. Got his man. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Texas A&M going up tempo.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's
going for it all. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Oh, the quarterback. He had his hands in the air after throwing that one. He thought that was a sixer, but his guy dropped it.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Throws toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. From the gun, it's Edwards. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the 2nd half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
He slides that just inside the right upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He stopped right at the 35, almost found a little room for a big return, but they get him on the ground right there. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Still on his feet at the 45. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Might as well give it to him again. Driven back.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Throwing, Sellers. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a third down.
And man, this home crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
Look out! Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Fourth down, Sellers. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Left side, it's Johnson. Could not make his way to the corner. Texas A&M going quickly.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
At the 45 on his way. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Reed on the play action. Turns it upfield. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation. Beautiful throw out in front of the target.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Here's Reed to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Out wide right, it's Horton. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies! On to attempt the try. And And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play.
Number 38, set to kick it off.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but not before he gets it out to the 40-yard line.
First and 10.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. This quarterback part of their running game. Oh, he's got some space. 30. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. First and 10 from the 24. Sellers. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Changing the routes with his receivers. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. They're all over him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw...
Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Speeding down the left side. The 20.